taking it way back, because we kind of got into like early childhood and then kind of spiraled off into the new new album and shit.
Right. Yeah, my bad.
No, you're
We've been
good.
going
That
off
was
on
I think that
tangents.
was my fault, to be honest with you. I started asking about stuff like that. But
All good.
what were your parents playing in the household and stuff like that growing up? Like, what was like some real early influence musically for you?
Honestly, bro, it wasn't really so much my parents. It was more so my uncles.
Yeah,
My uncles more so, because I would hang out with my uncles growing up as a kid a lot. And honestly, like one of the first rap records I ever got put onto was I think Curtain Call by Eminem.
word. I
And
remember that one.
and what's this called? I got put on to like NWA in my early childhood. I'm just like a lot of just like really classic rap. Like my dad used to play Tupac in the car. You feel me? Biggie in the car. I mean, he was a big Pac fan. My dad was a big Pac fan when I was a kid. So it was a lot of that growing up. And I kind of like, I would listen to it when I was younger. I mean, I still listen to it now, but I kind of like grew like out of listening to such like old shit because I just got more into like the new wave and the new age and shit. But I really grew up listening to like, you know, classic rappers. You feel me? Classic hip hop artists. Like for example, like what I'm saying is like Pac,
Yeah,
Biggie, like honestly, NWA, like who else? Doom. Like, I mean, the list goes on. I mean, Nas, fucking the list could go on for a while, and honestly, I don't want to name off so many people. But the point is, like, I just grew up listening to a lot of different shit, and honestly, like, I didn't even grow up listening to that much rap. I was more so like a metalhead growing up
yeah.
for a while, and then I got really into rap when I was like maybe 14 or 15. But I was listening to a lot of metal music when I was like in my fucking in my teenage years, low key, too. But yeah, I don't know. It's a diverse background of music, and then also I'm Hispanic, so I grew up with a lot of Spanish music playing always during the during holidays and shit. So it's a weird mix. It's a very weird mix. But yeah, I grew up listening to a lot of classic shit.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about like music today, because I mean it's an argument I like to make, because people like to say the '90s and shit was like the golden age of music. I currently think we're in the golden age of music, because everybody, like you were just saying, is the influences are so wide, and our generation is kind of just bringing that together. It like kind of all the influences are kind of like peaking. You know what I mean? Like coming together, and everybody's kind of making everything. Like there's something for everybody out there now. Everybody
You
can make
got
music.
alternative rap. You got 70. You got 500 different types of rap right now. You got
Yeah,
five. You got fucking alternative rap. You got experimental rap. You got fucking this glitch core wave. You got this fucking. You got Griselda making fucking bringing back boom bap. You got fucking. There's so many styles of rap going on right now, underground or not. Like we're really in an age where it's just like it's now expanded past just being rap. It's now like become this very full genre. Like back then, the genre was obviously like the genre was obviously more. Uh, there was less range in the genre. It was more. It was more. I guess obviously it was previous. It was just less range. I don't know the word for it, but just less range in the genre. There's so much. There's so many different styles now of rap that did not exist at all back then, and are probably partially influenced by them, obviously, but they just become their own different thing over time.
it's like every genre now is influenced by hip hop too. Every other
And
genre
you're
is
hearing
influenced by hip hop.
and you're hearing the genres converge into rap too. Like now you're hearing more R&B type rap. Now you're hearing more metal type rap, like aggressive type rap. Now you're hearing more like all these different types of like more noise rap. You get what I'm saying? Like all
Yeah.
these different types of genres that were doing their own thing. You feel me? Now converging over into rap music, and like there being styles that you can name off the top that sound like that have those ties. Like you feel me? You wanna have a metal, an artist that is a rap metal artist that's influenced by metal. Gizmo. You wanna have an artist that makes noise rap. JPEG Mafia or clipping or whatever. You want to have an artist that makes R&B type rap. You got fucking like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's nuts. The genre is already so broad, and back then it was thin. It was way thinner. It was way thin.
It's like I was talking to one of my older relatives. We were at like a family thing, and he was talking about like new music and stuff like that. And you know how old people are and shit like that. And they were saying like rock music's dead, all this shit. I'm like, it's not dead. It's being reincarnated through hip hop music and rap music right now. It's not dead. It just literally converged with something else.
In
Like,
2016, there was a lot of people talking about how rap was the new punk, et cetera, et cetera.
I still agree with that. I
still agree with the sentiment, but that was when it was like first, like people were really starting to push that. Like, that's it, rappers are the new rock stars. You feel me?
No, that's facts. Nah, that's definitely facts. And if you look way back, like way back when, like I'm talking about like early 90s or late 80s, and you look at like punk music and in like hip hop music and rap music and stuff like way back then, like hip hop music was punk music for, you know what I mean, more the black kids, and punk music was kind of like hip hop music for more the white kids and stuff like that. So like looking at where we're at now, almost 30 years later, it makes sense they'd be kind of like the same genre.
I feel what you're saying. In general, it's just music, bro. It's just so universal that it's just, it brings people together, bro. Music just brings people together. It's just so powerful, and it's fucking cool to see these genres like converge into each other, and these new styles kind of be birthed and brought to light with so much influence taken from other sounds and from other completely different genres. It's really like, you know, it's very I feel very appreciative to basically existing in this age with this type of fucking amount of fucking sound, you know, like this type of sound. Like I appreciate this era. People can say what they want about 90s being the golden age of rap, yada 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 yada. Say whatever you want, but you have to appreciate this era. You have to. You have to. If you don't appreciate a Kendrick Lamar, if you don't appreciate a J. Cole, what the fuck are you doing? If you don't appreciate a fucking, if you don't appreciate a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, this era stands on its own 2 feet. Very
Most
fucking,
definitely.
very, very firm. And anybody, rap historians, rap historians are gonna agree. When this shit is all said and done, trust me, they're gonna agree.
Oh, most definitely. And it's like, it's only gotten better because if you look at like, I mean, maybe this is a broad statement. If you kind of look at your average SoundCloud rapper, we'll just put that in quotation because that's what people fucking look at from this generation now and shit, even though we're moving beyond it. If you look at your average SoundCloud rapper, a lot of them, bro, can rap better than most of the people from the late 80s and 90s. You know what I mean? It's gotten way more competitive.
The sound has progressed so much that like, if you rap like somebody from back then, it's like, yo, it would be hard to find somebody that raps like somebody from the 80s that actually sounds like that. Like, it's trash. Like, let's be real. 80s rap is fucking trash. Like, and I don't give a fuck how many old heads get hot. I don't care who gets hot. Rap from the 80s is trash. 90s rap, I could appreciate. 80s rap,
what did he say? He said a hippity hop.
Yeah, like, before that, like, you gotta appreciate, you gotta appreciate where things come from, but you don't gotta pay it that much respect when the genres move so much far forward. It's like, yo, I'm not gonna, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, sorry, I was gonna go off on a tangent. The point is, we don't gotta pay that much respect anymore to that type of fucking music when we progress so much farther, and it's so much better.
I can see where you're coming from. I'm not
Like
gonna sit here like I
you
know I
could,
just made fun of it.
you have to. Of course, you have to respect it because then
Yeah,
where
that's
it
what I
comes
was.
from.
Yeah,
But you don't really gotta fucking like. I clown that shit. Like if you're listening to 80s rap, like literally, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah. There's just so much better stuff that came out. But again, like I know I just made fun of it and I clown it too. I mean, I respect it
You
for it
gotta be
happening
over
because
you
it
gotta
led
be
up.
over 40
But
years old to be listening to 80s rap.
and
Like
even
you
bro, if
gotta
you're
be
over
over
40 years
40.
old, there's music being made today that sounds like a better version of that.
Right.
You know what I
Like
mean?
Griselda. No, not Griselda. Yeah, of course. Point is, you gotta be over 40 years old. There's no way you're listening to it. I don't know. I doubt that how many young people are listening to music from the 80s. Rap music from the 80s. Music from the 80s that happens, but rap music?
From the 80s, yeah. This
No.
like they're probably not going up on Spotify anytime soon.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
So
I don't
when looking back, when did you realize you wanted to start making music?
honestly, like I got really into freestyling as a jit, like probably like when I was like 16, and I always would like write a little bit when I was in my teenage years. Like but I was never really rapping. I would just write. I didn't have a means to really record myself. I didn't have a mic or any of that shit. I didn't have a place to set it up because I was just a jit. So I didn't really have like the when I got an opportunity placed when an opportunity presented itself for me to be able to like record, I took it, and that was when I like once I started getting the feeling of what it was like to make music and shit and recording and all that shit. Like that was when I knew like okay, I really like this shit. Like, and then after doing it for like 2 or 3 years after that, once I had done it for 2 or 3 years consecutively, that's when I was like, yo, like I want to do this shit for life. Like I want this to be my like this. I want this to be. I want to go pro. You feel me? Like
Yeah. So you were like
I want this
20
to be
this
my
time?
profession. I would say I started taking music like that seriously
Yeah.
probably when I was like 20
Yeah.
or 19 or 20.
So you started like right at
I
17. Like you
started
said,
at
you've been doing this
17.
shit for 6 years. Is that when you started freestyling a little bit, or was it a little before that you
Honestly,
started
like
dabbling in
I
freestyling?
started, I mean, maybe it was a little before that, but honestly, when I was like 14, 15 years old, I have no recollection of me rapping at all. So I think it really started in my 16s, my 17s. Like when I was 16, 17, that was when I started really getting into rap, freestyling in general. I got pretty decent at freestyling. I noticed I was good at it. Started writing. I started learning how to like, rap the shit that I'm writing, learning how to flow, learning how to build songs and shit like that. And just over time, and I thought I was learning how to do that. I was really just fucking learning how to like crawl, but in this music shit. But I was beginning. That was my beginning. So really, it was 16, 17. I would say when I started getting into rap. I've only really been, and I started officially Fuck It. I've always been Fuck It when I was 17. So I was on SoundCloud as Fuck It at 17. You feel me?
So was that your first experience in making music too? When you started
Yes.
taking it mad seriously, that was also your first experience. What was
In
that?
general, in general, that was my first experience making the
What,
music ever.
what was that like? Your first time?
So actually, I have a funny story about this. The first time that I ever recorded a song, or the first track that I ever recorded, was on my homeboy Sabino's mic. Uh, on the song. So what's the song called? Meat Grinder on the instrumental. On the instrumental for Meat Grinder by MF Doom.
Yeah.
So I got on that beat and I freestyled some shit on it, and that was the first ever Fuck It song ever. Like, and I told the story in previous interviews and before, but basically like how I came up with the name was like right then and there. Like I couldn't come up with a name at all. Like I was there for like 10 minutes busting my head, like, or 15 minutes straight. Like I can't come up with any name that I would like. Like I don't know what I'm gonna call myself. And eventually the thought just popped in my head somehow. I was in a room with all my friends, and the thought just popped into my head somehow I was like, just to call myself Fuck It, like with 2 Ks. So I tell my friend, I'm like, he's like I'm telling him, I'm trying to think of the name. My homie's trying to like help me think of a name, my homie Brando. And he's like, yo, let's just think about it tomorrow. Like we'll think about it another time. I was like, nah. I was like, nah, fuck it. And then he's like, yeah, fuck it. We'll just think about it another time. I was like, nah. That's gonna be my name. He's like,
Word.
what? He said, what? I said, yeah, fuck it, with 2 Ks. He's like, all right. Like, I don't know how it went exactly, but that's how it really went. Like, and from then on out, I've always been fuck it. Literally how my name came about was like, I couldn't come up with a name. I said, fuck it.
So,
but it ended up becoming so much more than just the name. It almost now like really it almost became like a fucking, like a message, or like a fucking an aesthetic. Like really, like fuck it is really what it means. Really is saying fuck it. Like thinking about that on a deeper level is, what did I do? Like that day, I just said fuck it. I freestyled on a song. I put it out on Soundcloud. I couldn't think of a name, and I literally called myself fuck it. So it was like I took that chance in that moment, and what that means is like, fuck it basically represents like saying, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if there's risk. I don't give a fuck that it's gonna be difficult. I don't give a fuck that I gotta grind. I'm gonna say fuck it, and I'm gonna try to do what makes me happy and what I'm passionate about, and what I feel is my purpose. You feel me? It's saying, it's having the courage. It basically is about having the courage to say fuck everything, fuck it, fuck all the bullshit, fuck the insecurity, fuck feeling scared, fuck feeling like you're not good enough, and just doing what you want to do because you care that much about it.
So it's beyond. It's a lot deeper than, you know what I mean. Just the name.
It became deeper over the years, and over the years, it built into that. Like it built. I didn't make this shit up on some corny shit. Like really, when I think about it, that's really what it was. Like it was me having the courage to say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna keep doing it, no matter what." And now I'm at the point where I see the fruits of my labor paying off. You feel me? I'm at the point where I'm pro. I never thought I was going to be making money off of music. I never thought I was even going to be a rapper when I was a teenager, like I said. But once I was 17, that was all I thought about. That was all I was thinking about. Music, writing, rapping, trying to become the best rapper that I could be, whatever that was, writer that I could be, whatever that meant to me. I really like, once I fell in love with it, it became my passion. You feel me? Like, and it became something that like, it was way beyond a hobby for me. Feel me? I was really like,
So it become
especially
an
when
obsession.
yeah, exactly. It became very therapeutic for me. It's just a way for me to completely say whatever I want to say, unload, unwind, speak my feelings, speak my thoughts, like shit like that, speak my experiences. And I never had an outlet. I never had an outlet to speak and to speak about how I felt growing up. And music was that. And when I found that, that was when it went all out for me. That was when I really took advantage of, like, I had an outlet now for me to speak the things I wanted to say and have fun and be passionate about something and be creating something that's beautiful to me or whatever.
Now so this was around 2017. I mean, my bad. 2014 ish. 2013, 2014.
Yeah. I was 17, 2014.
So this was like before.
I started on SoundCloud in 2014.
So this was like right before the Florida scene kind of started to like really bubble up and become what it was.
Yep. This was before Raider Clan was even popping up. But I was already familiar with the whole scene because I was on SoundCloud starting to listen to everybody as they were coming up.
So you were
Like
listening
all
to
this,
everybody before they were like at the level they're at
yeah,
now, like
yeah,
way
yeah,
before.
yeah.
Damn.
People forget, bro. Think about 7 years back in the underground. That's a long time,
Yeah.
bro. That's a lot of music, and I've been
Yeah.
around for all that music. You feel me? Yeah.
What's the atmosphere like at that time? Like, did you know it would get to the point that it got to? Did you have any idea that I'm talking about the
20,
Florida scene in general?
bruh. When I was in high school, you did not catch me playing the radio, ever. I
Yeah.
was only bumping SoundCloud artists. That's it. Like I was fully committed to underground artists. And honestly, back then, like 2015, honestly, 2014 to 2017 is like, kind of one of the golden eras of honestly, it's the golden era of the underground. It was the birth of fucking Raider Clan. It was the birth of groups like 2 9. It was the birth of groups like Awful Records. It was the birth of Playboy Cardi, Lil Yachty, all these people that fucking end up blowing up. It was the birth of the Smoke Perp, Lil Pump, the birth of I already said Raider Clan. It was the birth of Bones, Team Sesh, all these fucking things, all these huge collectives, Young Lean,
Goth Boy Clay.
Goth Boy Click, like we could go on and on and on. It was the birth of so many fucking collectives. What's this shit called? Gods, Members Only, fucking bro. We can go on and on and on.
I don't know if
But
Midnight Society was a thing back then, but Kamiyato was definitely making music.
Kami was doing his thing. I don't know if the group was around, but I think they might have started in 2017. But the point is, 2014 to 2017 or 2014 to 2016. We don't gotta cut off 17, but let me cut it off just because I'm not sure. Golden
It's in a
era of
weird spot right
rap.
now.
Golden era of underground rap. That shit was literally the biggest underground artists that we've heard were starting off at that time. Or sorry, putting out all their shit at that time.
When you were like in high school listening to mostly this underground stuff, was it mostly Florida artists?
Honestly, no. It would be a lot of different people. Like I was listening to like shit like Raider Clan, Bones, Playboy Cardi. Before he was Playboy Cardi, he actually was an artist. His other stage name was Sir Cartier. So I'm talking about. I was listening to like Father, and like Awful Records, like Key. Oh my God, Key. That's a humongous.
Yeah.
Key,
I love Key.
2 9.
Yeah.
Fat
I
Kid's
miss
brother.
2-9 too. Damn.
2 9. What? 2 9 easily is the most slept on underground group ever.
I could agree with that.
Ever.
I could agree with the
Ever.
argument to that. Yeah.
Ever. And they're easily one of the best fucking Atlanta groups ever. Key, Curtis Williams, fucking Retro Sushi, when they used to be Retro Sushi, Jace or whatever. Jason.
Jace. Yeah.
Bro, Fat Kid's brother, which is Johnny and fucking Dave. Bro, 2 9 was the fucking GOAT, like one of the greatest fucking groups in the history of underground rap, especially from Atlanta.
I was DJing a lot back then, bro. Cause I started DJing when I was mad young.
He's one of my original favorite underground artists. I'm sorry, just gotta put that
I
out.
fuck with Key too, bro.
He
but
is.
Like, you could during that time, cause I got into DJing when I was like 18. I was in high school, bro, DJing clubs and shit. But like, I could not go a single night around that time without playing 2 9. Like, you know what I mean? Every night I had to drop multiple tracks.
You're not gonna play 2 9, bro.
Multiple
How
times.
you not gonna play 2 9? Yeah, bro.
Around that time, it was just like, what the fuck?
Oh shit, bro! I was on the same shit, on the exact same shit.
I feel like I have a friend of mine who's an artist coming up right now. His name is Deep October. He's doing real fucking well right now. He's got, Deep October. He just hit his monthly listeners. Spotify has been shooting up. Like it just went to 33,000. And I'm like, bro, you're doing great right now. And he was like, this kid, bro, I mind you, like 2 years ago, this kid was a pay to play artist. He would pay me to play on my shows and shit. Now I hate doing that. I'm done charging artists for pay to plays. I figured out how to make Bob Bear back on the shows. But anyways, this kid went from trying to pay me to get on shows, and he did, to having 33,000 on Spotify. And where this question is leading to is he's having a hard time. His mental right now, he's kind of like, bro, I'm popping my music. SoundCloud's doing well. Like his EP just hit 1 million. I'm like, bro, you have your tracks on SoundCloud got like 500,000, 2 million plays. And he's like, bro, but I can't get the social media to pop off. And it really, really bugs his. It bugs the shit out of him. It really depresses, bro. And I'm trying to tell you, bro, like, stop focusing on social media. It's not the most important thing. Like, I see artists all the time with the blue check, and you got 70,000 followers, but why is your Spotify only got 10,000 monthly listeners? Like, you know what I mean? I'm not understanding.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm trying. The reason why I'm bringing this up is someone like you who has like what? What's your Instagram at? Like 26, 27K?
I'm at like 25 and a half.
But you're at over 500,000 on Spotify. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're saying 50 million plus plays.
Right.
So,
but let me speak on that. Flashbang. Mincemeat. Fly. You got 30. You got One Punch. Okay, those are more for the people that don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Flashbang, One Punch, 30, Mincemeat, Fly. You got Deadpool. Those are all songs that blew the fuck up. Like they got over 1 million streams. Like when you got those types of plays, and and landing on playlists and shit, landing on playlists with people like Puya, all types of artists, like artists that are even bigger than me and shit. If you have that kind of like, content that is nearly viral type shit, or pretty much viral, especially for like an independent artist like myself, those types of numbers, like, obviously they're gonna carry through. Like those millions that I'm generating has invited probably a lot more listeners and shit because I got those bangers. But the idea is like, he might have millions on SoundCloud or whatever. But the idea is he has to have something that pops off to the point where his face is introduced. Like, bro, I've been making music for 7 years. So for someone like you see my Spotify going dummy. Why? Because I have my whole following already. They know where I'm at. You feel what I'm saying? And my following, most of my following is coming to either SoundCloud or Spotify. Why? Because Spotify is just that popping platform. And not only that, I'm also growing with new fans that are also attracted to a lot of the new shit that I've been putting out. So it's a culmination, and it's kind of like a snowball effect for me. Like my listeners continues to go up. My streams continues to go up without stopping. You feel me? It'll alternate. It'll go down a little bit, go up, but it continues to go up always, ultimately, like significantly. So it's one of those things that is like, when you generate what I'm saying, the type of streams that I'm generating, like when you made a Flashbang, when you made a 30, when you made a One Punch, which 30, I don't like that song, but it went viral.
Really?
I hate that song. It's just like such a, like, the reason why I hate the song is not because it's like bad. Let me not go off on a tangent about that right now. Let me just get to the point. That song's not one of my better songs, but it has so many streams just because it was a meme. That's the main point. But on that, so to get back to the main point, sorry, is when you have those types of streams, when you got like a Flashbang, a One Punch, a 30, you become there's familiarity. It's a familiar face. And now, like, the amount of playlists I land on Spotify, like, it makes sense how many people listen to me. And, like, it makes sense, like, how many people listen to me because of the length of my career and kind of the extension of my work, like how long it's been going on. And like, bro, I have like 20 mil on Flashbang alone on Spotify. Add up like what is it, 10 mil on YouTube, and then another like maybe 5 mil or 6 mil or 7 mil on SoundCloud. It's like the numbers are, you feel me? There's people are aware. So it's one of those things where maybe he just has to keep working. And you obviously in this business, everybody's so fixated on trying to be the biggest social media star because that's the easy way to get your music and people's attention, to get people's attention on your music and shit. But don't be fixated on being don't be fixated on being an Instagram famous person. Don't be fixated on being a social media socialite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you need to be fixated on is making the best possible shit that you can make and finding the best way to promote that to your audience and finding a way to target that audience in a way that is appealing to their pocket. It's very simple in concept. Now in practice, of course, this is very difficult, but that's the idea. That's how you gotta attack this shit, because you're an artist, but if you're gonna make if this is your life, you need to find a way to brand yourself. You need to find a way to market yourself and sell your product. That's why I'm learning this now, and I'm independent. Nobody's teaching me this. You feel me? I'm learning this now. There was no business end in my career ever. I never had somebody on the business end helping me. It's non-existent. Get me? So I got to make my own business. It's all got to be me. I'm building my own restaurant. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm building my own shit from the ground up. That's how I've been. It's been me. Not that I'm still building it.
That's just what I've been told him, bro. I'm just like, yo, keep working. Because I even pointed out, like, if you look at his Instagram, like, bro, when I first met you a year and a half ago, you had like 600 Instagram followers. If you really want to get into it, now you got almost 3,000. And that was like a year and a half ago. Like, I feel like too many artists are just so focused on the visual aspect of social media, even though the numbers are doing plays.
Microwave society, we want everything now. I need it in 30 seconds. If I don't get it in 30 seconds, I don't want it. Took me 7 years just to get here. Y'all niggas gotta pay your dues, bro. Y'all niggas gotta pay your dues. Stop sucking dick on the internet and make a good song. That's how you blow up. Stop sucking dick on the internet. Stop talking shit on the internet. Stop trying to be internet famous, because that will never work for you unless you have some type of appeal. You need to have a real fucking talent, and that's the problem. 99% of the people don't. That's why not everyone's an artist. That's why not everyone is, and that's not to pull me up. That's to say about people like trying to look ridiculous on social media just so they could get a following, acting like these fucking aesthetic posts, weird ass aesthetic posts, like Aki ass dudes. Like, just make music. Like, just do what you like.
Make good music.
Just be real. Make good music. Promo it properly, and be genuine. Like,
that
don't
goes
be a
back to, like you just said, be genuine. That goes back to what we were just saying earlier, bro. Like you said, all these aesthetic posts for likes. People can tell when it's disingenuine, and it doesn't stick that long. You're gonna get a lot of these younger kids. They're gonna get older and gonna be like, all right, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. It might stick for the moment because some people, not most people, but some people don't care about the disingenuousness. You feel me? They just want to follow the kind of like the hysteria and kind of like the hype or whatever. They want to follow like the energy, whatever. It's just, they want to just listen to whatever people are listening to. But the idea is like, those are, bro, like a Tekashi, bro. Like, where's Tekashi gonna be after his social media? Where's Tekashi gonna be once people realize like the nigga cannot make good music? That, like, at all. Like,
and he don't have Zilla to write for him no more.
Well, he might still have he might still have a way to live his life or make money or whatever, but it's not gonna be making it that much through rapping. Like, honestly, the only reason he has a career is because of his social media antics. And that's why so many people are like inspired and try to kind of like build like these false realities on their pages, on Instagram and shit, and on social media in general, so they can sell you that they're this fucking, you know, they can sell you their brand. I'm me, nigga. I'm fucking me, and I'm me till death. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. If you don't like it, suck my fucking dick. Get used to it, bitch, because I'm here. I'm not
that's on everyone.
I'm not leaving, nigga, and that's on everything. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm staying. And people don't like my energy, like I said, because I'm too forward. Good. You're not supposed to like me, but I'm still gonna be here. All you gotta do is respect me, because trust me, you're gonna I'm gonna get that shit whether you like it or not. Believe me, you're gonna have to give it to me whether you like it or not. That's what I'm saying. In this game, you gotta take fucking respect. That's why I'm at where I'm at. And all these disingenuous,
like a sport.
Yeah, it is a sport. No, it's not like a sport. It is a sport. Niggas be like, you were saying like before, natural talent. LeBron's naturally talented, but he's also skillful. He spent years building up his fucking skills. That's me. I spent years grinding, learning how to do this, the inner mechanisms of what I fucking do. You know why people don't sound like me? Because I'm me, and there's nobody else can do exactly what I do, how I do it. because I built this shit like it was my machine.
I feel that,
Literally.
bro.
There's people that are inspired. There's people that could try to sound. You hear it. We know that. I'm not gonna say no names or anything like that, but I built this shit. I'm talking about my style. Of course, I have influence too. I'm influenced by people too, but I built my style and my sound from the ground up. And all these people that rely on social media to fucking carry them and their fucking aesthetic and their image to carry them, keep doing that because your music's fucking garbage, and that's the only thing that's gonna matter. Your fucking music. That's the only thing that's gonna matter in this industry. At the end of the day, and when the end all be all, you might make it for a little bit because you got a good image, but if your music's trash, eventually people are gonna figure it out, you know?
So to stem, that was a great answer to that question, by the way. I love that tangent. That shit. I hope you guys are getting inspired by this interview right now because bro is dropping some true knowledge. But going back to like the original question, I was talking to my boy Deep October. He's got amazing music, and I probably haven't heard it. He's got amazing music. He's got a good fan base. And his social media really isn't that bad. All those people fuck with you, bro. He's doing it right. So I'm just trying to get it through to him. And maybe this is probably a bad way to do it, to call him out in the spot when thousands of people are probably going to watch this. But people need to stop focusing on fucking social media too much. If your music is doing good, you're doing something right. If you got more on Spotify than you do on Instagram, you're doing something correct.
Yep. I agree 100%. Yes. Listen, Instagram does not matter. Instagram is not a real place. It's not a real place. It's just a place that you go on your phone. Instagram does not matter. Twitter does not matter. They only want to make it matter to you so that you spend money on it. Cancel me if you want Instagram. Cancel me if you want Twitter, because you know who won't cancel me? Spotify.
It's Spotify, bro. No, that's what matters. So I'm trying to tell you Spotify matters, bro.
Nigga, you don't even know how much I shout out Spotify. I've shout out Spotify multiple times on Destroyer. I'm telling you, shout out Spotify. Thank you. Niggas be hating on Spotify. Oh, they only pay out this much. Shut up. Shut up. Shout out Spotify.
They can pay. They do pay less on other things, but I have more, and I notice more artists on Spotify getting way more streams on Spotify than other platforms, because Spotify will push your song if it's a good song.
Fucking preach it. Yeah.
They will.
Not only that,
they'll push it. That's the only platform that does it.
The only platform I've seen that does it effectively and efficiently. Yeah. Their platform will really land your shit on a playlist. Like, if you got a good song, it'll land it on and those playlists could potentially like make that song blow up, like, just by that. Like, there's a lot of different opportunities and services that they provide with their playlisting, and their algorithm with it is excellent. It's the best. I think it's the best. I haven't tried everything, but it's worked for me so well that I think it's probably easily the best.